All right, everybody, welcome back to another video. It's getting into the middle of June here in upstate New York, and we're just whipping out some content, getting all the prep work done. And I want to take a second to sort of introduce this video and hopefully future videos come this fall. But last fall, mid-October, after Cody and I filled our pronghorn tags, we made a pit stop on the way home in Wisconsin to meet our good friends Josh and Luke Jeffers, who are really good big woods hunters in Wisconsin. They're very knowledgeable. They put in a lot of hard work and it's paid off. We've been talking to those guys for a long time about hanging out, and we're glad to finally do that for a little bit. It was a short 3-day trip. Josh actually ended up self-filming a really nice buck that he shot later on in the rut in the same area that we were hunting with him. So those guys got that spot dialed down. We're learning as much as we can about that spot, so much so that we went back to turkey hunt with those guys. Cody and I did the end of this season, right before my wedding, and filled some turkey tags, did a lot of deer scouting, learned a lot about the deer in that area, and we're definitely making plans to come back in the fall and have some success. So we hope you like this, hope you learned something from it. Josh, great job self-filming, buddy. It's impressive stuff. And if there's anything you guys want to see from us this summer, we're looking for content ideas from you all. We want to know what you want to see, and we want to make it for you. So drop a comment below, let us know what you want to see, and we will oblige. Enjoy Josh's kill, enjoy our trip in Wisconsin. We'll stop right.
What are we doing?
We are moving onward, leaving Wyoming, headed back east, and honestly, we're kind of winging it. We don't really have a destination. We don't have a finalized plan. We're just heading east, and hopefully we're gonna hunt some ducks and maybe some whitetail bucks. Point our fingers on a map and head there and figure something out. It's fun. These kind of trips are fun as heck. You got all the options in the world, and you just gotta do the right things and figure it out.
We got stuff for waterfowl, bow hunting, whitetail,
Rifle, shotguns.
We got everything. Look at there's bison. Oh, heck yeah. We're going to the Black Hills right now. It's
yep.
super cool.
Saw some bighorn, saw some muleys, saw some bison. So just got 8 hours until, 9.5 hours until we get to the Wisconsin border. And pretty much that's all we got so far. Keep it rolling, keep this trip going in the direction it's going.
We're probably gonna stay before we get there tonight somewhere, and then we'll get there in the morning and just kind of still hunt our way around and just look for sign and see what we can find and set up on some hot sign if we find it. If not, we'll just keep wandering around, dropping pins and learning. And then you guys, we'll just transfer that information over on Hunt Stand, and then you guys can see that, and you guys have more intel for the future too. So.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, you guys are traveling a long way, so
yeah.
I hope you guys get something. I mean, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I'd feel pretty confident that you guys would probably get an opportunity.
That is what I'm talking about.
I like it.
Awesome.
If you got any questions, just give me a call.
Absolutely, man.
All right, sounds good, dude. Thank you so much.
No problem, dude. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep, we'll talk to you soon.
All right, good luck. See ya.
See ya.
See ya.
Well. My God.
What's the plan now?
Well, last time we talked to you, we were in the Black Hills, and we were completely winging it, and we did not have a plan. And now it's a couple hours later, and we're going to chase whitetail on the ground and pound in Wisconsin. We got the Geffers, which are longtime friends and followers of what we've been doing at Just Hunt Club, and even before that. And we were just reaching out to everybody we knew and all of our buddies, and they were more than willing to help. Cody was looking at an area on Hunt Stand, mentioned the area to them, and they said, no crap, we're going there this weekend to hunt with our family in that exact area, and that's where we keep our cameras, and that's where we hunt. So just sort of dumb luck that the spot Cody picked on the map is exactly where they're hunting. So now would be my first time buying a Wisconsin tag, so it's really cheap. We got good buddies there, and we got good intel to start with. So
and we're just gonna split off from near where they hunt, but not.
Yeah, we're not gonna obviously sit on their pins or anything, but we're just gonna sort of work together and enjoy each other's company at some point, hopefully, and chase some Wisconsin bucks. We did not bring any saddles or anything. And we only have one bow, and it's my lefty PSE, so Cody can't even shoot it. But we got 3 or 4 days to do the ground and pound in Wisconsin with the gaffers. It's gonna be awesome.
We've been talking about this dude.
His boy Gert was his name, and he would just get you like that, bruh, and he'd choke you down.
He had no arm.
No arms at all, and he'd fight anybody, dude.
I'm a deer hunter, how do you do? I got the deer hunting rapping tale for you. I'm so excited, it's my favorite time of year. I love to feast my buns, chasing trophy deer.
All right, here we are, first morning in Wisconsin. Me and Cody slept on the side of our car last night, just sleeping pad and sleeping bag and no tent. And we actually slept pretty dang good, all things considered. It rained a little bit. For all the east counting we've done on the drive here and everything, we got a spot that looks pretty promising with some select cuts and some good diversity and some water and all the things you want to see. So we're gonna park there, get our stuff situated, get ready to go on a little jaunt, and I guess the goal is to find some acorns and to find some hot sign that just makes us start drooling. Go from there. It's one of them toe draggers. Duck-footed. Just see where they go. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. We're just starting into our first little scout hunt piece. We're just gonna hug a river bottom basically with the wind coming at our face, hunting upwind, wind blowing across the river. Gonna look for fresh sign, maybe some oaks dropping acorns, maybe fresh scrape. Just fill out a hunt stand map with as many things as we can, as much intel as we can get, and maybe something crazy will happen. I mean, we know there's deer here, we know this is a good area, good habitat, good diversity. All depends on if and when we find it. So let's get in there, let's get going. And check out this oxbow. There's 2 oxbows in the river. I'm gonna make it a toilet here in a minute. Freshest milk dud I've ever seen. I think it's diet, really. Let us know what you think in the comments. Yeah, tell us what you think. If a deer doesn't matter, does a doe poop pellets and a buck poop turds, or is it just all deer? Let us know what you think. I think it's diet. It depends on solid or not. Well, it's almost 3 o'clock. We basically X that spot off the map, I would say, wouldn't you? Mm-hmm. It would have been good if there was one oak tree with acorns in there, but there was not.
There's a lot of oaks.
A lot of oaks, a lot of good habitat, a lot of diversity.
This is all oaks.
Some sign that didn't make us freak out, but there was definitely some sign in there, some fresh sign. Just going off a whim pretty much, just picking a spot on the map and going for the last couple hours of light. We're gonna find a big food source and sit off of it, hopefully catch something coming to it. We know they're spreading their territory right about now. They're scraping more, they're moving a little bit more, daylighting a little bit more, so Who knows? We're gonna try it. Something crazy could happen. As long as we're in there, something crazy could happen.
I'm gonna make another one, I think.
You're gonna make 2?
Yeah, I'm gonna make one more.
Do it. I wonder if they'll run. They're not really. Maybe, just maybe, we'll find a bunch of these.
Some freshies.
That'd be awesome.
That's a wolf.
They're talking to each other. Yeah, that helped. That one is big and deep and low compared to all the other ones.
I've never heard a wolf. That's my first time hearing a wolf.
You can tell it's not a coyote.
Oh,
There's
there's no question.
Sounds different. The gaffer said that the wolves come through about once a month, they figure. And when they do, they really mess up the deer for a period of time. How far away do you think those howls are? That's the big one. Pretty far. Alright, it's just after legal here. We're back at our little bumper table we got going on. Cooking up some mountain houses and some peaks. We got to this 3-year-old select cut that the gaffers kind of pointed us to. Came to check it out. Last hour of light, we walked down this road and we didn't see any deer sign, but we started hearing some wolves. There's probably what, 4?
One more.
4 more. And
one real big one.
You could just tell, like, we have a lot of coyotes where we live, so we know a coyote, high-pitched, kind of howly, whiny type thing. It was not a coyote. We could tell instantly. So that was pretty cool. They weren't too far, but they weren't too close either, if that makes any sense.
Jake also saw one stalking us.
I don't know if it was. It was most likely a deer, but it could have been a wolf. 6 yards away, just kind of working fast away through the bush.
Probably curious, just came check us out.
Maybe.
I mean, I did howl at him.
Yeah, Cody did howl at him. But we're going to sit here, eat our mountain houses, go back to camp, wake up early, and we'll be sitting on the ground somewhere in the dark before first light, trying to make something happen.
Hopefully not getting eaten by wolves.
Hopefully avoiding wolves. We'll see you in the morning. Time to chow down.
What are you making there?
Some tomato soup.
Tomato soup.
Just sounds nice when it's 27 degrees out on the morning you're gonna kill a nice buck. A little tomato soup, start the day. Almost every deer I've killed on the ground, which is over 50% of my bow deer, I have killed wearing a very special hat. After an unsuccessful first day, Cody and I made plans to sit on the ground, just off a community scrape that the Jeffers had found while shed hunting. We sat the morning without any action, so we decided to take advantage of the fresh snow, meet up with the boys, and scout a new area we all agreed looked good on Hunt Stand. Oh yeah!
Get that heat.
Our house has heated seats.
Oh crap! Let's go find the Geffer's truck. There's old Luke, right there. We found him.
The brown Chevy.
Nice to finally meet you, man.
Nice to meet you, man.
How you doing?
Good to meet you too.
Good to meet you, yeah. Thanks for everything.
Yeah, no problem. So, other than that, you guys Nothing else all yesterday either, really?
No, I think we just need to keep cruising until we find that pocket.
I think so too.
It's gonna be like Josh's situation. Eventually, we're gonna find 8 or 10 of them in one
Yeah.
spot.
The good thing is that we got snow.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty big blessing for you guys.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
we're gonna be able to find some. Anything we find is gonna be fresh sign.
All right. We're doing a little speed scouting before we get some food this morning. Went up with Josh and Luke. We're thinking we might have found some acorns in a spot that they've been wanting to check anyway. So just gonna rip through and
Oh yeah, those are
that's this year's acorns.
Yeah, no worms either. That's good.
So we're getting closer, dialing in, finding what we want to find. Wait. We just gotta hang out with you guys for 10 minutes and we find the scrapes. We looked for that all day yesterday. That's a pretty good one. That's a shooter. I don't know what he is, but he's a shooter.
It would be covered with snow. Yeah.
We're learning.
That's fresh.
Yeah, not a big one. That's freaking.
See him moving right into that opening now. Yep. Which is all good.
It's almost like you know what you're talking about. That track looks awfully similar to that first scrape we found.
We found a scrape line going. So
Found a scrape line with a connecting trail, potentially. So hopefully we can get in here and figure out that trail and find some more scrapes and get on them. Yep.
these are all signpost ropes. There. All 4 of these trees have old ropes on, and 2 of them have freshies. This is all old.
That's the 30-point buck.
The 30-point
The
buck.
30-pointer. Shavings. She's fresh.
Those rubs lead right to that.
Right up the drainage, just like you were saying. Yeah. That's that first group of signposts we found right there. And we followed the drainage towards the scrape, and we found a bunch of scrapes along the way. And it led right to this scrape that we found earlier this morning.
Yeah.
I mean, we're learning. Let's go.
Let's go get something to eat.
With new buck sign and scouting intel acquired, we spent that afternoon and the entire next day slowly and methodically hunting in and around that area. But we never got eyes on any deer. That ain't no fawn, son. On our last day, the Jeffers had to head home, but they were kind enough to leave us with a saddle and stand for our last go at it. With our new gear in hand, Cody and I changed it up and dove into an entirely new area.
Let's keep looking. You dropped the pin yet?
Yep, dropped it.
Okay.
October 16th. They're scraping and they're expanding their territory. Hopefully we can catch one doing that out here by this pin that old John Lewis dropped for us that we're checking out.
He's been doing some map scouting for us.
John's been known to drop pins on top of deer. So, that's what we're doing. Shaking things up last night. Might as well. We're not as close to killing one in that other spot as we wanted to. So, we're swinging for the fences. Going for a homer. Deer woods. Alright, we just got in here to near where John's pin was. And there's this finger that sticks out into this older cut of select cut with maples and oaks. There's a lot of trails zigzagging in it, going out into the cut, and then going into the ag, which is a good ways that way, but that's where the trails heading that way are going to.
Actually, the ag's on the other side of that tree.
Yeah. And it seems like all the trail movement is this way, going towards ag, obviously. And we wanted to sit here, but we need our wind a little bit more north than it is. And it's just too sketchy to skirt the wind when you're that far away from where we think they're bedded. So we're gonna go do a loop around this cut and kind of come in sort of directly at John's Pin, south to north, and hopefully cut that wind a little closer when we're a little closer to the deer too. So I'm just gonna do a loop. You can almost see it. Those oak trees over there. That's where we're gonna head. There's a couple fingers that stick out over there, just like here. It might be hopefully easier to skirt the wind over there, and there's just as much sign. That was a good setup. We can see all the way across to where we were earlier.
So we can see all the opportunities we're missing out on.
Yeah. So any buck that walks right by where we were, would pen, we'll see him. We're kind of in the middle of like it's a transition, but there's like 4 different things that meet right here. I got this like thick line of pines that meets these open oaks. And there's a private line out there where the oaks continue. There's a patch of younger trees behind me that runs the edge of the cut. That ends right here. And there's the cut out there. There's open hardwoods that has been logged right behind us. And this is right like the central location. The only thing this place is missing is buck sign. We didn't really see any scrapes or super fresh rubs, but we saw more poop than we've seen this whole time we've been here. And we know there's acorns dropping right over here. So, I don't know, this is definitely the most we've been able to see, which I like a lot. So hopefully we'll be able to see at least see a deer again. Get a better glimpse, yeah, some footage. Saw a deer. We saw a deer. 2 deer. It's 3:30, and Cody spotted the first deer, couple of does, coming off the private, out of the thick pine stuff. Looks like they're just working that line of oaks back there, kind of into the thick, to the right. It's freaking exciting. I didn't expect to see one until last light, if at all. We see one at 3:30.
It's looking good.
It's looking good, dude. It's looking good. We picked a good spot.
We saw a deer.
We saw a deer.
In Wisconsin.
It only took 3 days. 2 of them.
It's a buck.
the same line that the first two did. Oh, that one's angling towards us a little bit. Probably 70 yards, 80. Working the edge of those green oaks. I'd like to see a buck coming with them. That spike definitely got ran off. He was doing weird stuff up there. That spike. Yeah, he got ran off. I saw him run to the left, and then he was back in that opening, and then he like ran off. There's something else up there for sure. Man, I wish we found this 3 days ago. But that's a good morale booster to know that all of our like thoughts and strategy, like just because we're not seeing deer doesn't mean our thoughts and strategy aren't like in the right place. Just took till 3 days for it to come together more. We still have good thoughts. Always good thoughts. Always good thoughts. Well, we got a little less than 10 minutes left. We saw 9 deer. And we're pretty frozen right now, so we'll do the closing interview in the car when we get back and talk about it more. If we don't see anything else in this tree, we'll see you back at the car. Well, we made it back to the Subaru. As we were climbing down, some of those does we saw skirt us uphill a little bit, looped back around 20 yards from our tree as we were climbing down. But we saw that spiker. It's the last deer that came out. Pretty much all those does came out in the same spot. And that spiker was doing something weird. We're not really sure what, but we're pretty sure he was getting bumped by a bigger, more dominant deer.
Well, you saw another deer, you just couldn't...
Yeah, he was like sort of deep in and not on the same path. He was doing different things, so who knows. It took 3 days, but we finally found what we were looking for. Yeah, I hope we explained the progression pretty good. We got here not knowing anything about the piece, working with the Jeffers, learning a little bit more, finding the sign we wanted to find, making an adjustment, having deer blow at us just out of sight. We got closer and closer and closer, and then the third day, last day, we see 9 deer. So that's what you want out of an out-of-state hunt in a place you've never been before. And I don't know. Hopefully this isn't the end of our Wisconsin little journey here. Hopefully we can sneak back here and get the job done, because I got this tag now burning a hole in my pocket. So hopefully this isn't the last time you see us in Wisconsin, and we'll see you next time. After a short but awesome trip that left us wanting more time in Wisconsin, Cody and I had to get home for the grind of the rut in the Northeast. But Josh and Luke kept after it in the public land big woods. And between their huge amount of intel on the area, Josh was finally able to make it happen.
Sweet November 6th. Down from this clear cut that I haven't seen these past few days in October. And actually, yes, 2 days ago, I sat here with my dad. We're sitting on the ground. Couldn't fit 2 stands up in one area. I was like, well, let's just do a ground pound. And it really had a 140 coming right straight out of this bottom. And he's gonna work this edge, which about like 40 yards from the clear cut. So he's just walking that edge of the clear cut all the way down and set checking all this bottom and all this brush that's sitting over. So we'll see what happens. It's gonna be exciting if it does. Further shots like probably 18 yards. So it's gonna be fun if it happens, man. Stay tuned and let's go get ourselves a big one.
back home from vacation, and I'm just gonna update you guys. Last night, obviously I shot this buck last night, but I didn't really get to do any closing interviews. I was all by myself. Had to drag him out 3/4 of a mile, and it's just, I didn't really worry about it. But we're back home right at last light. Did 2 grunts and a snort wheeze, and he came kind of on a string, and came to 16 yards. Obviously you can see in the video, smoked him right behind the shoulder. Went like 80 yards. Took me around like 2 hours to get him back to the truck, and I was just exhausted. So I wanted to recap with you guys, and thanks for coming along with on my vacation, and hopefully we can do this again next year. Thank you for watching Just Hunt Club, and catch you in the next one.